Bitcoin's expanding role in global finance and technology. 2025 Outlook. In the evolving landscape of global finance, few assets command as much attention and debate as Bitcoin. What began as a digital experiment more than a decade ago has grown into a transformative financial instrument that not only challenges traditional banking systems, but also reshapes how institutions, governments, and individuals perceive money itself. In 2025, Bitcoin stands at a pivotal crossroads. Its role is no longer limited to speculative trading or niche online communities. Instead, it has become a central pillar of financial discourse, institutional investment strategies, and technological innovation. The developments unfolding this year highlight how Bitcoin continues to bridge the gap between decentralized technology and mainstream adoption, with implications that extend far beyond price action alone. Market and institutional developments. From a market perspective, Bitcoin's price dynamics in 2025 are reflecting a delicate balance between bullish momentum and cautious profit-taking. Recently, Bitcoin tested an important zone of resistance near the $115,000 level, an area closely monitored by traders and institutional desks alike. While price movements remain volatile, the persistence of strong inflows into Bitcoin exchange-traded products highlights the sustained appetite from large-scale investors. The emergence of regulated spot exchange-traded funds has played a significant role in broadening access for pension funds, wealth managers, and corporate treasuries. These financial products, supported by major custodians and infrastructure providers, demonstrate how Bitcoin is no longer viewed as a fringe asset, but as a legitimate allocation within diversified portfolios. Custody solutions have matured, with leading firms building secure infrastructure tailored to the unique needs of institutional clients. The presence of such trusted custodians has lowered barriers for corporate treasuries and investment funds that previously hesitated due to operational or regulatory concerns. Bitcoin's deepening integration into traditional finance has also sparked discussions among policymakers about the potential establishment of strategic reserves. In the United States, speculation is growing over whether federal authorities might formally adopt a strategic Bitcoin reserve, a move that would not only validate Bitcoin's place in global finance, but also mark a turning point in how governments engage with decentralized digital assets. While the timing and implementation remain uncertain, the very discussion underscores Bitcoin's elevated status on the world stage. Beyond federal considerations, individual states have begun exploring treasury allocations into Bitcoin. Over 20 states are actively drafting or debating proposals to include Bitcoin holdings within their financial strategies. This trend reflects a broader narrative of scarcity, long-term value preservation, and the desire to align public balance sheets with the assets of the future. Should these efforts continue, it would further solidify Bitcoin's reputation as digital gold and create new layers of demand that reinforce its limited supply model. Technological upgrades and network enhancements. While institutional adoption garners headlines, the technological evolution of Bitcoin is equally significant. The Bitcoin protocol, designed with stability and decentralization as its guiding principles, continues to receive critical updates that strengthen its resilience and expand its functionality. In 2025, the release of Bitcoin Core 29 delivered essential improvements in security and efficiency, refining mining processes and optimizing network performance to meet the demands of a growing global user base. These enhancements ensure that the network remains robust even as transaction volumes and economic activity increase. Looking ahead, one of the most notable upcoming developments is the planned release of Bitcoin Core 30, which introduces a significant expansion of the OP_turn data limit. By increasing the allowable on-chain data size from a minimal level to several megabytes, the upgrade will unlock new use cases previously constrained by the protocol's strict limitations. This change could enable more sophisticated applications, such as embedding complex metadata, supporting advanced decentralized assets, or facilitating new forms of digital documentation directly on the blockchain. At the same time, developers are keenly aware of the need to balance innovation with efficiency. ensuring that new functionality does not compromise Bitcoin's decentralization or network stability. These upgrades reflect the dual identity of Bitcoin as both a store of value and a technological platform. While its primary use remains as a secure and scarce digital asset, the capacity to accommodate new forms of data and functionality opens the door to expanded innovation. The emergence of Bitcoin-backed synthetic assets, such as decentralized wrapped tokens designed for broader blockchain interoperability, is one example of how new layers of liquidity and demand may develop around Bitcoin's ecosystem. By carefully enhancing its infrastructure while preserving its foundational ethos, Bitcoin demonstrates an ability to evolve without losing its identity. Market outlook and sentiments. Looking to the months ahead, market sentiment remains cautiously optimistic. Many institutional analysts project that Bitcoin has the potential to move well beyond current resistance levels and could approach or even surpass the $140,000 range if bullish momentum continues. Minor accumulation patterns, historically a leading indicator of long-term confidence, have been particularly noteworthy. In previous cycles, periods of minor accumulation often preceded significant rallies, and current data suggests a similar trend may be unfolding. At the same time, caution is warranted. The global macroeconomic environment remains uncertain, shaped by interest rate adjustments, currency market volatility, and broader geopolitical factors. Bitcoin, while increasingly resilient, is not immune to these forces. Profit-taking after extended rallies is another consideration, as large holders often move to secure gains when price milestones are reached. Yet, despite these risks, the structural demand from institutions and the ongoing narrative of scarcity continue to underpin a broadly bullish outlook. Another layer of optimism stems from the growing presence of corporations directly engaging with Bitcoin. Whether through holding it as a reserve asset, integrating it into payment systems, or developing new financial products tied to its value, businesses are expanding the range of Bitcoin's practical applications. This momentum extends into emerging technologies, such as decentralized finance frameworks built on Bitcoin collateral, which promise to unlock new opportunities for lending, borrowing, and liquidity creation without reliance on centralized intermediaries. Bitcoin in 2025 is not merely a speculative asset chasing higher price points. It is an evolving global phenomenon that bridges finance and technology, institutional adoption and grassroots innovation, stability, and experimentation. Its trajectory this year highlights the convergence of critical factors: the testing of significant resistance levels in price, the steady inflow of institutional capital, the possibility of government-level adoption, and the steady progress of protocol upgrades designed to sustain its growth. As Bitcoin moves through this pivotal phase, its importance extends far beyond traders and early adopters. It is increasingly a reference point for how societies view money, store value, and build technological systems that resist centralized control. Whether through the establishment of strategic reserves, the integration into state treasuries, or the adoption of new technological standards, Bitcoin is laying the foundation for its next chapter as a cornerstone of global finance and a platform for digital innovation. The path ahead will not be without volatility or uncertainty, but the momentum of 2025 underscores a clear truth. Bitcoin is no longer an outsider to the financial system. It is becoming one of its defining elements.